Welcome back to Our Community. Susie Thomas visiting with Jen Wilensick and Dee Rondinella, and talking about things you never thought you would be getting from your library. One of them that I thought was just brilliant, when the junior high and middle school kids came up with the idea of using your library card to check out a bicycle and use some of our great bike paths. Tell me how that program has gone. Was it well used? How'd that go?
Well, I do know that it has gone very well. I'm still kind of fresh to the library world, so this was a huge surprise to me. I do know that they just won an Ohio Library Innovation Award in the fall for this project.
So neat. Dee, how about you? Have you known people to do it? Have you heard any feedback from people who have used it?
Oh, most definitely. Down at the main library, that's where the students, Tom Todd and his students, had actually originated with their projects and stuff. And it was wonderful because I got to watch the students work and come up with these beautiful ideas. And so when they first came out and the bikes were there, I went to the whole celebration. And then I thought, okay, what's going to happen? Well, next thing I know, I have people calling me out to the front desk, which is great. I love talking with the people. And it's our downtown community saying, well, I want one of the bikes because I need to ride to the grocery store.
Wow.
Or I need to go and get my prescriptions, and this is my easiest way to get them. And all of a sudden I realized we just provided a service that was so essential that we thought, honestly, I thought it was fun to tour downtown to see all our beautiful architecture. And our people have actually turned it into a form of transportation that they value and need.
So what looked like it was going to be recreational is really meeting a very serious need for transportation.
Definitely.
That is amazing. And when we see that so many of the city streets have now got a bike lane, was this all planned, or did this just all come together like this? It's amazing.
I can't tell you it was planned, but I love every part of it. I do walk on the downtown streets quite a bit, and so even I like to grab one of the bikes, even though as little as I am. I like grabbing one of the bikes and riding downtown on my lunch hour.
Well, it is a beautiful place to see, and with the downtown revitalization that's been taking place, it's just beautiful to see the architecture and how the streets are so just kept up so nicely in Canton. And I would say also Massillon and so forth, Stark County, just we've got some nice places to ride bikes.
Oh, we do. The furthest I've ever seen one of our bikes was actually at the Belden Village Mall, and my husband and I were going out to lunch, and there went one of our bikes pedaling down the road, and I thought, how fantastic.
Yeah.
They can borrow them at one of our parks and utilize them there as well. I mean, just to grab a bike, and you don't have to worry about packing your own, and you just ride in the parks. It's beautiful.
Well, and I'll suggest, too, when people come from out of town, they normally don't pack up their bikes when they come for a visit, but if you've got a great day to go bike riding, there's how you can get some and be able to have everybody be able to go and have a great time on the bike paths with your out-of-town guests.
Absolutely.
You said that you get to sit in or at least eavesdrop maybe a little bit accidentally on purpose on the Tom Todd group, and so you get to hear some of their other ideas?
Well, what it is when I can't tell you any of their ideas.
Okay, that's all right.
But what it is I get to watch the children and their faces and everything because they borrow our meeting rooms. And I always manage to get one child that I have to escort over there. And so I get to go in and see this fantastic little room that they've changed into this dream room of ideas where they can just sit and enjoy themselves. I mean, really, the students laugh and smile every time I see them coming out of one of the meetings or group gatherings for them.
I love that whole concept because that's an age group that is not easy to be and not easy for everyone to be around, but letting them embrace it, go crazy with your imagination, and let's see if we can put some of these things into practice. It's been amazing what they've come up with. You came up with some smart kits. And those are very cool. Happen to love mine. Thank you very much. We got them here at the station. And So describe the contents and how this works. It's pretty cool.
Well, the Smart Kit is actually been wonderful for my department. I have to tell you, it's featuring a lot of our electronic and digital information that we provide here at the library. It comes in a little plastic case, and from there, inside of it are pieces and parts for our patrons to explore and to discover, like how you can get your key to the free of everything, which is your library card. We also have our digital collection is featured in there, and even more important is our book and expert information that will also be on there. So there's so many different little pieces of information that they can pull out of there. But another thing that I've found to be really terrific, and not just because it has our logo on it, but with this digital collection, you always need a little wipe.
Yes, you do.
In order to clean those screens. And for those individuals who struggle with those touch screens, you have yourself a stylus/pen that you can use. And these are free. You can stop at any of our locations and ask for one or a couple. I know that we had many people, 13,000 at Christmas time, come in and request their Smart Kits, which was wonderful.
Perfect stocking stuffer, by the way.
It is. And we have, and I know some people might think it's silly, but we have Valentine's Day coming up. We have Mother's Day, Father's Day. We have Memorial Day. We have Veterans Day, Labor Day. You can grab these for the people of whom you would like to give the library.
Well, how many people just, for example, subscribe to Hulu or Netflix or Amazon, Kindle? We can do that for free through the library?
Yes, we can. We're pretty competitive. There are things that we cannot get because they're not provided to the library, but we do our best. And once again, we are a popular collection. If you tell us that, I think I'd like to have this particular title, we will do our best.
Just amazing. Yeah. All right, Dee, how much do you love your job?
I love my job. Can you tell?
Yeah. And again, it's changed. How does a person adapt with all of these changes as you have?
Accepting change. I always tell everybody, change is like food. You're not going to know you don't like it until you taste it. And you never know. Something you might think, oh, yuck, I'm not going to like that. You might just absolutely love, and it's good for you. So that's how my philosophy is, that when I went from picking up the big Yerkes catalog to find something in a database, all the way now that it's very nice to find it simply a couple of clicks away on our computer with the library databases.
I want to throw this out to both of you, because all of these things have made us be able to do things so much faster. You would think that we'd have all this leisure time. But do you find that you have any?
Oh, my. Well, mine is filled up with learning more.
That's
me.
That's kind of where I'm going. We tend to do more and more and more because we can do all these things that used to take so long. We can do them so quickly. Do you find yourself just doing more and more?
Yeah, I do the same thing. I'm always reading something or looking up a new blog or checking out a book about something that I haven't heard of before.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I know, right? And yet, the convenience of it, and it is amazing to be able to have just about anything at your fingertips. And to remember, get this on top of the mind, that we do not have to pay for all of this. This is available through our library for free. It's the smart store where everything's free. Just
right.
Get that. Who does your marketing?
Well, we have a great communications team, and everyone on staff, especially the front line staff, everyone is so focused on the customer service and really engaging the patrons and really just getting them involved that every single person that works at the library is a marketer.
Oh, that's a good answer, yes, because sometimes people don't realize that everybody is. They're all walking billboards for the Stark County District Library. I just have to compliment you, though, on this kit. The Smart Kit is put together so beautifully, and it's just a really great piece, very clever piece to be able to hand out to folks with some real good information in it. It could have been a brochure or a little pamphlet, but no, you went this route, and it's really, really good.
We will pass along your compliments to the designer.
Absolutely, yes, please. All right, let's talk about some of the other things that people may not realize you can do at the Stark County District Library. You mentioned, Dee, the looks on the kids' faces when they come up with some of these great ideas. I know sometimes you probably get to see people, young people, when they've found that great book, maybe even been around the little ones as they're just even beginning to get into reading, and that just unlocks a whole world for them. Talk about that excitement about working at the library.
Well, one of the things, because I work with all the generations, and one of the greatest things that I have discovered that if I see young ones and they feel sort of like lost, mom's looking for a book, all I have to do is pull my quilt out of my office, sit on the floor, and bring a couple of touch pads out, and the next thing I know, I've got them sitting all around me, and they're just having the time of their life. It's something that we cherish that we are able to do. Also put on a program where we brought out the 3D printer from the basement.
Oh, yes.
And watching the little ones, because they can literally get within inches of watching this creation, and watching the looks on their faces as they watch, it turned into an alligator. A piece of slimy plastic actually turned into something tangible. And their faces, when we hand it over to them, saying, you can have that, that's yours.
Oh, my.
And there's so many things that are there at the library, and we get the opportunity to watch them discover a whole new world. Mm-hmm. And to me, that's a privilege with our younger generation.
And in your area, they're not afraid of it at all, are they?
Not
Sometimes
at all.
Adults can be intimidated by the electronics and all the cyber everything, but kids just eat it up, don't they?
Yes. My youngest patron was 2 that I've ever worked with in technology, and she really wanted to learn that keyboard, and it was amazing to sit there, and she had no idea what the letter was. And a few weeks ago, I had my eldest patron at 94 who was wanting to learn how the basics of a computer so she could speak with her other family members.
That is so awesome. And yes, what a gift to grandparents worldwide to be able to stay in touch with the kids by computer. It's amazing. All right, tell us your locations. Where can we find the Stark County District Library? I know it's like asking people to name the 7 dwarfs. Come up with as many as you can think of. Where can we find you?
Oh, well, I myself am at Main Library. We have our Lake Branch up in Uniontown. We have North Branch, which is right up on 25th Street, not far from the downtown. We have our Plain Branch, which is in the high school on Schneider Road. From there, we have our East Canton Branch, which is in the Fultz Center out in the East Canton area. We also have our Sandy Valley area, which is down next to the Sandy Valley Pool. And let's see what else. We have our Perry Branch out by Sippo. Oh, absolutely gorgeous.
That's awesome,
out there.
yes.
And we have our new Jackson location that is inside of that little complex where Bueller's is at as well. Did I miss anybody? DeHoff. Oh, our lovely DeHoff branch. We cannot forget our DeHoff on Hartford Avenue.
That was really impressive. And website?
starklibrary.org.
Jen Wilensick, Dee Rondinella. Thank you so much for all you do in our community.
Thank you.